Hey everybody, say hi. Say hi.
Oh.
You don't want to say hi? Careful, Cece, there's a table there.
Daddy.
She is a hot mess. You have to take a leap of faith in yourself. No matter what it is in life, like take that leap of faith and know that you can do whatever you want to do. I was in a really, really, really bad place. And I got a friend request from Chris on Facebook. And I was like, oh, what the heck? I'm never going to meet him. Except, well, one thing led to another. And 8 years later, we have 2 kids. We live in Colorado. And he's the best thing that has ever happened to me. And because of my health challenges, because I got so sick, I let him in. And he only knew me at that time. He knew me at my worst. And he accepted me. And, you know, through your vows, like through sickness and everything, he's been there. He was the one that let me lay on him and fall asleep for 3.5 hours on his lap while he had to pee. He is the best thing that has ever happened to me. So with that being said, know that no matter what, I can go on forever with this story, but I want to cut it short so I don't bore you guys. Know that no matter how hard life gets, no matter how low you feel, know that deep down, in your heart, that there's a purpose, there's a reason for everything. We may not understand it at the time.
We did it again. I like that shirt. Really?
Really?
That's awesome. So pink means...
That's just the test.
I know. It just says the pink is going to be girls.
I don't know. Just the test.
That's awesome.
My name's Nicole, and I'm calling because I'm concerned about a friend of mine. She's not answering the door. She's not responding to text messages, phone calls, and there's no movement in the house whatsoever.
Hi.
You're Nicole?
Yes.
Okay. So what's going on?
So my friend, we were out of town for a business trip this weekend.
Right.
And I dropped her off at 2 o'clock this morning. She's 15 weeks pregnant. She wasn't feeling well. And she had a doctor's appointment this morning at 9. And I told her to let me know if she needed me to take her. She's got 2 little girls. And she was very distraught over the weekend, wasn't eating normally or drinking, and we kept trying to force it on her because she's pregnant.
Mm-hmm.
Her husband and her supposedly are separating, but she didn't know this. She thought they were just having issues. He disclosed that to me today.
Okay.
As I called him and I was like, have you talked or heard from Shanann since she left for work this morning? Because I can't get a hold of her. I called, I texted. Her car's in the garage. Her shoes she wears every single day are right in the front door.
She only has one vehicle?
No, they only have the one vehicle in his work truck.
Okay, that's what I'm asking. There's not
The girls and went on a play date, but they're 4 and 2. She went on a play date. Why wouldn't she take in a car? They're both in car seats.
Shannon, are you home? Police department, if anyone's inside, make yourself known. Police department, if anyone's inside, make yourself known.
Is there a key code, Sandy, to open the garage from the outside? What is it? His mom's gonna get it.
Okay. Hey, Chris, Officer Coonrod for the police department. Pretty good. So, do you have any idea where your wife is? Yeah, I mean, I don't see anything out of place. I'm not hearing kids. I'm not hearing anything.
Yeah, and all of her stuff is here, and I set off the alarm by trying to open the garage forcefully, and that didn't work. So, and their alarm's one of the ones where it goes off and it feels like it's making your ears bleed.
Mm-hmm.
So if she was in there,
She should have heard it.
yeah, she would have while she was sleeping, because they have little things on the wall on every room to go off. The neighbor has a camera system.
Mm-hmm.
I'm here. Yeah, keep me on the phone. Okay, get mad.
Scott, how you doing?
How's it going?
So this is the only vehicle she would have?
Only one that, yeah.
She would drive? Okay. We're checking the house for consent.
Down the phone.
Oh. Well, any friends do you know she would be hanging out with?
I mean,
I know, I guess her
Amanda,
parents are out of state.
across country, North Carolina.
Oh,
Yeah, so that's not happening. She can play it. Cool. All the girls' blankies are gone. Their blankies they sleep with, they don't leave anywhere without them.
good. Nothing else appears to be missing though, just
No.
stuff you'd take for a quick trip.
You have full rings. I have two. Her phone.
Her phone's here? Her phone's here.
Does she work?
Yeah, she works from home.
Oh, from home?
She works This Is Her Lifeline.
You guys have any kind of issues, marital issues, or
We're going through separation.
you are? Did you guys file it yet or anything, or just talking about?
No, we're gonna sell the house and do a separation.
How's that going?
I mean, it's going
Civil for the most
Civil.
part, or? There was no note or anything by the wedding ring?
No.
It didn't look like she went through and packed up
No, I mean,
a bag or anything.
This and all that in the bottom, so it'd be kind of hard to tell if she took a little bit, or I mean, it'd be easy to tell if she took a lot, but it's hard to tell if she took a little bit or not.
Okay. She tell you anything about leaving, moving out?
Not moving out. I mean, the last time I talked to her was this morning. She said she's gonna take the kids to a friend's house, and that's where she was gonna be. And then I've texted her today. I've never heard anything, but cars here.
Right.
Are here, unless somebody came and picked her up. But the people that I know, nobody's heard from her. Nobody's seen her.
Right. Definitely an odd one.
I don't know what I can do right now. Should I drive around like the normal route that she would be?
Where does she normally go to?
I mean, just like drive where like she would normally take the kids to school. People that I know that live down, people that live, Kristen lives down that way. I mean, that's the only routes I can know she really take.
She go to their house frequently, or?
And not much, but.
Yeah,
Just wait for her here.
up here.
Well, I've got my detective coming,
Okay.
just because this is kind of an odd situation. See if we can try to get her pinpointed down, find a friend or something.
Okay.
He may have you call the bank.
Okay. Hey, Sarah, it's Chris Watts. Not too bad. Have you heard from Sharon today?
You just have
My camera.
truck up to the garage.
Lay down.
I'm loading my stuff up in my coolers, my water jugs, my book bag, my computers, some of the tools that I have in my toolbox. I knew I was going to have to do some pumping into rubbers today. That's why I was out so far.
Is this on continually
Yep.
recording?
Yep. Well,
It's not, is it
any
motion or is it?
event,
Okay, so it's motion.
Any motion event that happens, but I get cars driving from this street, and this is him at 517.
My detective just showed up, so he'll probably want to talk to you. He'd probably, like I said, he might have you call at the bank and see if there's any kind of activity.
Because if there was any sort of action out
On
there,
his cameras,
I would have got it.
like
Right.
we had issues the other week when people were stealing stuff out of like garages and stuff like that. And I had parked my truck
I had
up here.
to park right here.
Yeah. So someone,
See if
I could
anything
see where someone tried to jim me with a flathead screwdriver over there, and it was just like,
But if any action would have happened, any cars or anything left your house, I would
if it
have
would
got it.
have been like right in that area, they should have picked. I mean,
Oh, it'll pick up anything coming down the street this way.
you know where that tree there too?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
All right, appreciate your time.
Yeah, no problem.
Thanks.
Hopefully something comes up here.
Mind if you just want to go talk to him? I'm going to get his info real quick. No.
Shanann Watts and her two daughters, 3-year-old Celeste and 4-year-old Bella, vanished on Monday. Their startling disappearance triggering a statewide alert as police and the FBI focus on her home outside Denver, where she was last seen.
When I got home yesterday, it was like a ghost town. Like, she wasn't here. Kids weren't here. I have no idea, like, where they went.
Chris Watts, Shanann's husband, says his wife, who's also 15 weeks pregnant, came home from a business trip at 2 a.m. Monday. The couple having an emotional conversation, he says, before he left home around 5 a.m. Watts says Shanann never returned text messages later that morning and never answered the door when her friend arrived at the home at noon. Watts says he knew something was wrong.
I was trying to get home as fast as I can. I was blowing through stoplights. I was blowing through everything, just trying to get home as fast as I can because none of this made sense.
Police who have searched the family home and area with dogs say for now there are no significant leads. The 34-year-old doting mother's car still in the garage.
She left her phone at home, her purse, her wallet, all of her money, her ID.
Hey, Chris. So we need to have everybody step out of the house.
Okay. Because we don't want the dog to get confused with all the stuff
Correct.
that's going on.
So you can leave that there. You can leave your camera there.
I'll bring it
Okay.
outside.
We
I
just.
don't want to mess you guys up at all. Because my son has,
They moved in just before I did 5 years ago. In fact, before the children were even born.
Okay.
Yeah.
How would you describe your relationship with them?
Cordial.
Cordial?
Yeah.
Okay.
I saw the father. When did I see Dad? The end of last week, maybe?
Okay.
Yeah, I was asking him about the lawn, because my lawn has started to die, and, you know, what are you doing to keep your lawn green? He told me. I would never have known. Geez, that's scary. Mom and Dad used to live over there, too, with them.
Okay. When was the last time you saw Mom and Dad?
Oh, I believe it was Dad, and that could have been maybe 3 weeks ago in the backyard.
Okay. Anything different over the last, 2 days, 3 days? Odd vehicles, odd noises, odd lights?
There was a truck out here yesterday. In fact, that's why I thought you were here yesterday. Maybe someone complained about that I hadn't seen before.
What type of truck?
It was kind of almost a steel gray.
Okay.
Don't ask me to make
Okay.
year. But that was late afternoon. The Dad has a great big truck, and it's gray. But, you know, this is unusual. Very quiet neighborhood.
Yes, this is very unusual. That's why we're trying, got a lot of resources out here trying to find them and make sure they're okay. So,
I mean, I didn't know she was pregnant again. I hardly ever see her.
Okay. How do you know she's pregnant?
It said it on Neighborhood Watch.
Okay. I got you. But you didn't know it?
No.
Okay.
I hardly ever see her just normally. They keep very much to themselves.
When you did see her, did you ever see her around her husband?
Yeah.
How
they
were
would
they?
have barbecues.
Yeah. Were they polite, friendly, or was she kind of quiet, reserved? What was?
They both are very quiet,
Very quiet,
reserved, very quiet.
Okay. When was the
Nice
last time
neighbors.
you spoke to her?
Oh my gosh. I don't think I've seen her all summer.
Oh, really? Okay. Gotcha. And
Yeah.
kiddos, when was the last time you saw little kiddos?
You're making me work my brain.
I know, really digging deep in it.
It could be 4 to 6 weeks since they've been out. They have all their little toys, but they don't go outside in the heat of the day. At least that's kind of what I notice, and they don't go outside unless an adult is there.
Wonderful. I'm glad. I mean,
Yeah.
the two little will be out by themselves.
Yeah, they are. What are they? 3 and 5, I think. Or 2 and 4, something like that.
3 and 4.
3 and 4.
According to my pamphlet.
Yeah.
So.
They're cute little things.
Anything that I haven't asked that you think I should know, or is just odd, or something you thought was weird?
I wouldn't think anything is weird from over there because normally you hardly ever see anyone go in, come out. Now, I saw his truck leave yesterday. Maybe it was this morning. I was leaving for the gym. His truck had the lights on, which is unusual for that morning, 5:15 in the morning. Only fools like me are up.
So you don't usually see him leave at that time of day? And was that the gray truck, or what truck was that?
That was his regular truck. It's a pretty big truck.
Okay. Can you speak up just a little bit so the recorder, I know you're tired and you're stressed, and we won't be here any longer than we have to be. You've already had a conversation with people before. You came here on your own free will to talk to us. We picked you up at your request and brought you here. You can get up and leave at any time. You don't have to talk to us. If there's a question you don't want to answer, don't answer it. If you don't want to talk anymore, just tell me I want to leave. And I'm kind of in the way of the door, but you're not being interrogated as a criminal suspect. We're here to understand your relationship with Chris and what you know about Chris and his family and events relating to Chris Watts. Okay, so let's just start with like a timeline of your getting to know Chris, how you guys met, where you met, all those things. Let's just run. And I'm not going to ask you specific questions unless I think it's necessary. I'll let you just tell me your story. I think it's a little bit easier that way. So I just want to know how you met him, where you met him, how long you guys were dating.
I use this to measure the rate of blood flow through your body during the test. And we've actually found it's much more, we get a much better reading if we put it on your calf instead of your arm. So are you okay? Did you know we use these? Okay.
And I use this.
Right.
What's the map for?
The what?
The map. Pass it on.
Oh, sorry. So that's a motion sensor, Matt. What that does is obviously detect motion and movement in your body. So that's how important it will be that you remain completely still during the testing. If you move your little toe, I mean, as you know, with lifting weights and stuff, everything happens from your core. You move your little toe, obviously it's going to register on my CPAD. So it's very, very sensitive. So that's how important it's going to be that you remain completely still. So this is what we call a directed lie practice test, okay? And I'm going to move my chair over here. So obviously a directed lie practice test kind of gives you an indication that I probably want you to lie on the practice test, right? I don't want you to lie yet. I will tell you at that point that I want you to lie, okay? How many numbers do you see on this piece of paper?
4.
Which one's missing?
3.
I want you to write the number 3 on the line where it's missing, okay?
Okay.
And you can use your right or your left hand. Are you right-handed or
Yeah.
left-handed?
Right-handed.
Okay.
I'll just.
That's pretty good. Okay.
Lifetime.
So this is the directed lie practice test. So what that means is I'm going to ask you if you wrote every single number on this piece of paper. Okay?
Okay.
I want you to be truthful to all the numbers, but I want you to lie when I ask you if you wrote the number 3. Because
Okay.
you really did write the number 3, but I want you to say no, that you did not. I want you to lie to me, okay? Okay, so during the testing, I'm going to leave this right here. You need to look in the area of this clipboard. You can't look side to side, up, down, wherever Chris wants to look. You don't have to fixate on the number 3, but you're going to be looking basically in this general area right here, okay? So I will tell you when the test is going to begin, and then I will tell you when the test is going to end. The test is about to begin. Please remain still. Regarding what number you wrote on the piece of paper, did you write the number 1?
No.
Did you write the number 2?
No.
Did you write the number 3?
No.
Did you write the number 4?
No.
Did you write the number 5?
No.
This portion of the test is complete. Please remain still while I take the instrument out of operation. Okay, you can relax. How'd you feel? You did great. You remembered to lie and everything. That was awesome. So, you obviously are a really bad liar. Have people told you that before? Like, the second you tell a lie, like, they can tell, like, on your face that... Because the second you lied to the number 3, like, I don't know if you heard me clicking, but I had to, like, turn down the sensitivity because you were starting to go off the page. So, that is what I need to see as the polygrapher, because that tells me that you know it's wrong to tell a lie. And you're actually having a significant reaction when you lie, so that is awesome. So thank you for being a horrible liar. So that's a good thing. That's a good thing. We don't want to be good liars, so thank you for being a horrible liar.
He didn't have a wedding ring on his finger, and every time I talked to him, he didn't tell me that he was in a relationship. He didn't even mention his kids right away either. And then one day he told me that he had 2 kids. I was like, that's pretty cool. And started telling me about his kids.
That sounded like a sarcastic comment.
No, I thought it was kind of cute. I was like, oh, he's a dad. It was like right around Father's Day, too.
Because we don't have it on tape, we discussed prior to turning the tape on Tuesday, which would have been the 14th of August, you had read some newspaper articles on the 13th and the 14th that regarded this case. You had also had a conversation with Chris at some point during the day on Monday. And on Tuesday, because of what you found, specifically what you said was, and don't let me put words in your mouth, but you found out that his wife was pregnant.
Yes.
And you did not know that prior?
No.
And you found that out via the newspaper articles, and that caused you concern.
Well, I just realized that he was lying to me, and I was like, well, if you can lie to me about this, what else are you lying to me about? And it made me realize that maybe his wife was in danger at that point, and it was day 2, too, and she still wasn't home.
Tonight we have someone who claims to be from Chris Watts' past. Chris Watts' recent past. Now, we are not going to show you this person because he wants to continue his life without consequences for speaking out in this case, but we are going to let him tell his part of how he connects to this story. This is a story that we have to be honest with you, we can't independently verify, but it is a story that could be extremely telling as we try to figure out what happened in the Watts family. This is a man who claims to be Chris Watts' former lover, and he joins me now live. Sir, can you hear me okay?
I can.
Some of the stuff you're talking about is pretty hard to believe. And we're getting to the point where we're wondering if you're wasting our time.
I mean, is there a question? Or, I mean, I don't know how you want me to respond to that. I don't know what else you want me to...
These are the challenges that we have, right? You told us that you watched the video over and over, okay? So we know that you're aware of everything that's out there, and all you've talked about are things that anyone else knows. You haven't brought forth any information. You're having sex with a guy in his car, and you don't know anything about him other than what the public knows about him, okay? You took $60 from him. You're a self-admitted booty call, and so now we're wondering if you're a hooker who maybe blew a guy who was a murderer and maybe feels guilty about it, or maybe feels like you're going to get in trouble about it. I don't know what's going on with you, but I don't know why you're here tonight.
No, I'm not a hooker.
So you already said, but you removed text messages?
I deleted all of his stuff because he lied to me. I mean, that's what it was. It was the hurt that made me delete it, and then it was the lie that made me start questioning everything else he'd been telling me for the last few days.
And that's when you decided to come forward?
Yes.
Okay. So just for context,
yes.
When people delete stuff off phones, usually we go,
No. It wasn't malicious at all. It wasn't malicious at all. He lied to me. It just hurt. Like, I had never felt like he'd ever lied to me before. And it was a big lie. I mean, telling somebody that you're in the midst of a divorce and then you have a wife that has a 15-week-old baby on the way is a huge thing, and I was very taken back, and it was hurt. And so at that point, I deleted it. I had a few more quick things to say to him, and then I just got rid of him. That's literally what I did. I just cut him out of my life. It would have honestly been like a bad breakup kind of thing. Like, if none of this other stuff would have happened, that's what it would have been. That would have been the end of it.
The information was not destroyed because there was anything in there that would be harmful to you or potentially to Chris at this point, but harmful to you in particular. That's not what you did.
No.
You did it out of, excuse my language, this guy's an asshole, so I'm getting rid of him, and I'm getting this stuff off my phone.
That was like me kicking him out of my life.
Okay.
And then, like I said, and then realizing that he lied, that was when I was like, okay, maybe his family is in danger and they're not coming back and they're not staying with a friend.
Okay, can you let me know when you're ready to begin? During this part of the test, I want you to focus on the back of the chair, okay? Not looking up, down, side to side, anything like that. I want you to
Was I doing that?
No, you did great. But obviously the clipboard is gone now, so your area of focus is going to be like in this area, okay?
Okay.
All right, you ready?
Let's do it.
Okay, stay still. The test is about to begin. Please remain still. Regarding Shanann's disappearance, do you intend to answer all of the questions truthfully?
Yes.
Is your first name Christopher?
Yes.
Did you physically cause Shanann's disappearance?
No.
Were you born in 1985?
Yes.
Are you lying about the last time you saw Shanann?
No.
Do you know where Shanann is now?
No.
This portion of the test is complete. Please remain still while I take the instrument out of operation.
Did he ever tell you that he loves you?
Yes, he did.
Did you ever tell him the same?
A couple times.
Notwithstanding that today, because those thoughts may have changed for you, but on, let's go Sunday into Monday or Monday, did you still love him on those days?
I think it was something where it was like I said it a few times and I meant it, but he definitely felt the urge to say it to me a lot more than I did to him, because it was just all very new to me, and I was like, take your time with this. Like, you don't need to like rush that, you know? Like, I remember when he was in North Carolina and he was like trying to patch things up with his wife, and he told me he loved me, and I was like, don't say that to me. Like, please go try to fit. And I mean, and that might even be in the text too, where it's like, don't say those words to me and then go try to make peace with your wife and lay in bed with another woman. Like, just don't do that. And I was like, it's not that I don't appreciate what you're saying to me. It's like, it just didn't sit right for me, you know? So I just feel like...
Almost like an insecurity where you had to say that to you? Or?
I don't know. I think he like... looking back at all this now, I don't think he was trying to fix things with her. So saying I love you to me seemed like probably something that he genuinely meant. Like, I love this woman, and regardless of where he was going to end up that night.
Go ahead. Hopefully.
It was completely clear that you were not honest during the testing, and I think you already know that. You did not pass the polygraph test. Okay. So now we need to talk about what actually happened. And I feel like you're probably ready to do that.
I didn't